he was mad because he felt like he had to be, but he didn't give a shit about that affair.
Right. He's like, I'm so hurt.
Oh my God, how could you do this to me?
Hey everybody, welcome to Out the Trunk Pod with Jordan and Darius. My name is Jordan. You can find me on all socials at Jordy B Writing.
And I'm Darius. That's D's all up in your area on all socials.
And today we're going to be reviewing American Beauty. This movie came out in 1999, starring Kevin Spacey, Annette Bening, Thora Birch, Wes Bentley, Mena Suvari, Chris Cooper, Allison Janney, and Peter Gallagher. This movie is about a guy named Lester Burnham, who's a suburban father suffering through a midlife crisis and a loveless marriage. After becoming infatuated with his daughter's teenage friend, he rebels against his mundane existence, seeking personal liberation. However, his radical transformation triggers a chain reaction of obsessions and secrets within his neighborhood. So I'm toss to you to set up Act One.
Act one, the wake up call. Lester lives a numb, repetitive life until a high school basketball game changes his perspective. He begins to reject his corporate job and his wife's perfectionism, seeking a new identity. Add this to the list of 90s movies that were about bored suburbanites, way too comfortable.
Yes.
Um, that one's up there. Also, very 90s in the sense that the cast looks like regular people. Now
Yeah.
every movie has a bunch of extras that everyone in the movie looks like models. So
Yeah.
that was a nice little touch. I was like, this feels very 90s in that the people look normal. So
Yeah. I was watching it and I thought it too. I was like, I feel like half of the cast would be considered ugly by today's standards. Like, not
yeah.
that any of them are actually ugly, but just like it feels like Hollywood's very anti-normal looking people.
Yeah, I mean, it just looked like a normal suburban area. And
Yeah.
now, like, if that was cast of the day, like the everyday woman would be like Margot Robbie. It was like, okay,
Right.
I'm
Correct.
supposed to believe this woman
Right.
is just normal. Everyone looking at
Yeah.
her and no one's like crashing their cars as she walks by.
Right.
What you got for Act One, man?
What was I gonna say for Act One? So yeah, I was gonna say just so ask you whether is this your first time seeing it?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I know is weird because it was on my hard drive, but I just be downloading stuff.
I feel you.
I just it's the first. I don't even remember what prompted me to download it. I think Allison
Mm.
Janney. I was watching West
Yeah, I
Wing,
love
and I
her.
think I looked up like some movie she was in, and
Got you. Okay, yeah. I
I
actually
just,
didn't realize it was her for a minute. I had to Google it to make sure because I was like, she looked because they aged her up, and I was like, wait, is that her?
yeah. This is before the West Wing, and
Yeah,
yeah, man. I got like 500 movies on my hard drive. I ain't watched them all, but this is my very first time seeing it, and it's a little weird. Not gonna lie. It was
it is
like,
weird.
um,
It didn't quite age great.
no, it did not.
Like it did not age great because I mean I didn't see it when it first came out because I was seven. But I remember seeing this for the first time. I was like 18 or 19. We have had it on DVD or whatever, and I watched it and I thought it was like incredible. And looking back, I was a teenager. Looking back now, watching it as an adult, I'm like, this is some sick shit.
Yeah. Honestly, there's some scenes I had to just fast forward through because I felt weird.
No, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
There's one at the end where I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching this. Uh, no. Oh God, no. And then there's a lot of stuff in this movie where I'm just like, I, I was just
How did it
weirded
get
out. But
made?
how did, yeah. Well, it got made even for the 90s. This is creepy, man. Like, I don't know how
No, yeah,
this won
facts, bro.
Best
I actually
Picture at
don't
the
know.
Oscars.
Yeah, and this
Um,
got Kevin Spacey his Oscar too.
I have later in my notes, how did this win Best Picture? But,
Yeah, even so the the window scene with his daughter, the
ew.
girl who played his daughter was 17. She was a minor when they shot this movie. They had to have her parents like on set. That's fucking crazy.
This is won an Oscar in 1999, right?
Yeah.
Best Picture nominees. Let's see what it was up against because I need to know.
Oh yeah, we need to know.
This can't, well, it had to have been 2000 because it came out in
Right.
99.
Yeah.
This beat The Green Mile. What?
Shit.
And The Sixth
That's
Sense.
crazy. What? What else did it
Yeah.
beat?
The Cider House Rules, never seen that. The Insider,
Oh,
good
that's really
movie.
good.
The
Cider
Green
House
Mile.
Rules has T Tobey Maguire, Delroy Lindo, and Charlize Theron.
I've never seen it.
It's really good. And Erykah Badu.
Look at that. But no, I mean this was worse than The Insider, The Green Mile, and The Sixth Sense to me. Although I will say The Sixth Sense doesn't hold up once you know the twist. But
Yeah, when you
anyways,
know the twist, it's kind of over.
yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah, also I saw. Yeah, I think this is one of those movies you do have to watch multiple times because of the twist at the end. You got it, it. makes everything make sense once you go back and watch it, for sure. Because you can kind of catch
Not
all
gonna
the.
lie, this is a one and done for me.
I mean, I feel you. I get you. I get you.
It's
I get
just too
you.
much,
Yeah,
man.
because this whole movie. So you haven't seen the show Euphoria, but watching this as an adult, I feel like this movie walked so Euphoria could run from the standpoint of one. Pretty much every character in this movie is horrible, and the ones who aren't horrible are just really weird. And then, of course, there's the underlying theme of predatory behavior and uh, grooming and so on and so forth as well.
I know I'm just becoming a middle-aged man because I mean, Kevin Spacey's character in this movie is what, in his early 40s?
Something like
So,
that. Yeah.
I'm 37 and it's all gross. Like,
Yeah. It's really gross.
it's just, he's too
I think
close to
maybe they
my
should have had the
age
daughter be
and
like in college or something. I don't know. Yeah.
you know, let's just move on. Yeah, anything else for Act One?
um, yeah, so I did really like the scene of the wife who's a real estate agent. She's like does all the work to clean the house up and get it ready for the sale, open house or whatever. And she's trying her best to sell it, and like nobody buys it, and she's just like completely devastated and like just has to crash out in silence and in private. Um, as someone who has done like creative endeavors and just you put your all into it and you don't get the result, and then like that reality of it hitting, I can definitely relate to that. So I did like that they showed um, that aspect of the American dream in a sense. This movie is a lot about that, and I like that they showed that she put her best foot forward. Again, this whole movie is about like everything looking perfect on the surface, and on the inside, it's a mess. And I felt like that scene really did a great job of illustrating that.
It's the what is it? The I forget the word, but yeah, man, when you pour yourself all into something, especially a creative endeavor, I'm reminded of the lady who wrote a book and it was like a PhD thesis and it was I
Mhm.
forget, I wish I knew more specifics about it, but she was on tour for the book and a host asked her a very straightforward question and it like undermined the thesis of her entire book. And like
Oh
oh
man.
and she like
Oh.
let me see if I can find that, man. Host asks question that undermines thesis of entire book.
Oh shit. Is this like recent
Uh,
or like something in the 90s?
nah, it was, yeah, it was Naomi Wolf. Hold on.
Okay.
Naomi Wolf, American author, journalist. It's really good.
Disproved. Okay, apparently she sought to delay the release of her thesis.
Yeah, so yeah, it was like she wrote a book about 150,000 women dying every year from anorexia, but
Uh-huh.
the data she was pulling was from like a different like I want to say it was like an English journal, and there was like
Hmm.
there's like a language barrier there, even though it's in the same language, and like the word was
Right.
meant something totally different, and it just undermined her whole thesis.
Oh,
And it was like
damn. Yikes.
it was just I forget what it was, but he was like, you do realize that word means something different here, and she was like, what? He's like, what? She's like, her whole book just fell apart. And it was like caught live on camera. This is bad radio, so I'll stop like looking it up. But it's that's one of the funniest ones of all time where he's just like
Oh man.
so there was a Supreme Court case. This is an example. It doesn't work, but it works in the sense that like
Yeah.
the dude in like this just speaks to like vernacular differences. And he was being interrogated by the
Hmm.
cops. And he said, I want a lawyer, dog. And the
Oh yeah,
judge
I remember.
ruled that you asked for a lawyer dog. And it was something like that, but for like a PhD thesis that she had spent,
Yeah, yeah,
and she just
yeah.
didn't know
Yikes.
that word meant something else somewhere else. And
Damn. That's unfortunate.
yeah, so we're
That
way off topic,
that's
man. You
soul
got anything
crushing,
else for
dude.
Act One? You saw her die on TV, basically.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Oh man. Um, so I will say this movie is really did a great job of like dark humor, in the spots that were supposed to be funny.
Yeah,
One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when the gay neighbors come up to the military guy and they're like, "Hey, we want
we're
to welcome you to the
partners.
neighborhood." He's like, "What are you selling?" He's like, "What are you selling?" He's like, "Oh no, we're not selling anything. We just want to welcome you to the neighborhood." And it's like but you said you have a partner, so what are y'all in business together for? He said, well, I'm a tax attorney, and he does what was it, like engineering or some shit?
Anesthesiologist.
Yeah, it's right, anesthesiologist. Yeah, anesthesiologist. And he's like, what the fuck?
Um, Now that was very 90s because you gotta keep in mind, Obergefell was a Supreme Court ruling in 2011 making gay marriage legal. So that ain't even 20
Mhm.
years. So in 1999, the
No,
idea
not
that they
even.
would be like husbands was just
Yeah,
he thought they were business partners.
yeah,
So that was actually a funny way to. I mean, the movie wasn't trying to, but kind of reveals the
yeah,
era of the movie.
yeah.
Um,
It does. It does.
we'll get into Act Two, breaking the mold. Lester starts working out and smoking with his neighbor Ricky, while Caroline pursues her own professional validation by way of an affair. Tensions mount as their daughter Jane
Right.
pulls further away from her parents' chaos. I do love that they shoot a scene where the two teenagers are in the car listening to Bill Withers.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah,
Even by
that's some super 90s shit.
back then we did have to listen to our parents' music.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like when I was a teenager, I wasn't rolling around bumping Al Green.
Nah,
I like
yeah.
Al Green, but nah,
Me
like that
too,
was a
me too.
little, I don't know.
Um, yeah, that's like so you can tell an older person wrote that movie.
Correct. Like no Eminem, no NSYNC, no
Right. No Britney
Limp
Spears,
Bizkit. Yeah,
Backstreet
just
Boys, Linkin Park.
Bill Withers.
Yeah. No
That was
Nirvana.
funny. I'm like, these two white teenagers are not listening to no
White
fucking Ain't No
girls are not
Sunshine when she's
right when
gone.
she's gone. They do not know the Crooklyn soundtrack.
No. Not only is it an age gap, it's a racial gap. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
no fucking Bill
Yeah,
Withers.
cultural gap, everything, socioeconomic.
What you got for Act Two, man?
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so this movie does. I mean, obviously we see there in like the loveless marriage. Um, I do wish they had kind of shown a little or talked about like how it got to that point. Um, but it's crazy because like you almost don't know which parent is worse because you have one that's like having a midlife crisis, and is like grooming basically, and then you have the other who's a perfectionist and a cheater and and all that. So it's like you almost don't know which one to root against or which one to root for, which is a weird conundrum.
Um, I think they kind of showed it in the sense that, like, I think the marriage fell apart and became loveless because they were bored suburbanites. Like everything was going too
Yeah,
well. He had a good job. She had a good job.
she had a good job.
Kids are being raised right. Daughter's a
Come home,
cheerleader.
you eat dinner, you go to bed,
And that's kind
wake
of
up,
that
do it all
means
again.
it's the plot of Fight Club, right? He just got bored of he was
Right.
too comfortable. And so
Yeah.
um this
I
is a
feel like this
weird
movie,
go ahead. Sorry.
I feel like this movie accomplished everything that American fiction failed to do. I'm sorry,
Yes.
not American fiction. What we just do? What we just watch? Stranger than Fiction. Stranger than
Yes.
Fiction.
Yes. I agree. But this is random. I didn't even have this written down, but you just mentioned the loveless marriage.
Yeah.
Thoughts on sticking in a loveless marriage for the kids?
No, do not do it for the kids. Kids don't need it. Kids don't want to see it. Kids don't deserve it. I think
All right.
kids should be raised by two people, even if they're in different homes, who are mentally stable and happy and mentally healthy and have a life of wellness. I don't think there's any value in teaching children to be miserable and to suffer. I mean, I
Okay, I
understand you
said
can't do it in every situation, but it's just like I don't want to say too much, but it just people they're like, I'm staying for the kids. Like, yeah, that's actually who you're hurting.
I'll
But
grab the
you know,
baton. Loveless is not toxic. Those are two different things.
okay, fair, fair,
And
fair.
so to me, it just depends on how much it bleeds into, outside of your bedroom, for lack of a better word.
Right,
And I do think once you get married and have children, you can't prioritize your well-being over everything.
true.
And like anything, marriages, they ebb and flow. So
Hmm.
like I've known people, coworkers actually, who have told me, like for 2 years there, we just passing by each other. But like now it's great. And like that's kind of I do think when you
Hmm.
when you take an oath for life, you do owe it some effort. Now that's
Yeah,
definitely not unconditional. Some
Right.
things are beyond the pale and some things are just irreparable. But um, I do think we lose something when we tell people to just bounce when it gets uncomfortable or when it gets a little
Yeah.
boring. And so I just think that it's a delicate balance to do. I myself have never been married, so I'm not speaking
Right.
from any sort of experience, but obviously till death do us part is a little extreme. And by a little I mean a lot.
Yep.
But you know, I can see why people do it though. If the kid's like 16 and they're gonna be off of college in 2 years, that's a lot of
Yeah.
disruption to throw on them their last 2 years of high school, and it is
That's okay.
logistically harder to do it with when there's two different houses. I mean I'll never forget Lil Rel. He was at a radio show and he just like it was just
Mhm.
hard for me. He's like because he went through a divorce and they share custody. He's like, I'm sitting in my living room
Mhm.
watching TV and why aren't my kids with me? They've been in my
Right.
house for 10 years
Every
and now
day.
and now they're
Yeah.
not. Like you don't realize how much you will miss the noise. The you know
Yeah, it's a big adjustment for
it's
sure.
a big adjustment, and I think people play hard and fast with the rules when in real life it's just a little more complicated than that. So,
Yeah.
um, a little went off to a little aside there. Mostly
Yeah.
because I don't really have anything else as far as notes for
I
this
feel
movie.
you.
So,
But also, like, I don't know if okay, so we've talked before about I can't remember which movie it was, but we talked before about like cheating and what would you forgive and there's different situations and stuff like that. In this situation where like she's having a full-on affair with this other guy who she's like literally thrown in your face, are you sticking around and making that work?
no, no. I'm talking about pre the like you. My question was spawned of you saying they were kind of like bored. The marriage is falling apart because they were bored. But no, man,
Right.
if I'm at work slinging burgers and I open the drive-through window and you and
And
you
she
with your
kissing up on this nigga.
and you with your what do you call them, mistress? I don't know what you call
Mistress,
them.
Mister,
You're with
Mister Russ? I don't
the
know.
other man in the
Yeah.
drive-through. He got a handful of titty, and you ask,
Yeah.
nah, that's we can't look past that. That's doing too much.
Yeah.
The way he found out was crazy, bro. Was slanging
That
burgers, went
was.
right to the drive-through, but she didn't even know she worked there. But still,
Right.
that's a rough one, man. That's a rough one.
Yeah, it's also a testament to like just how loveless their marriage was because it never even occurred to him to care or
Yeah,
think about whether or not she was fucking some other guy. Like he truly just didn't give a shit.
they were just totally checked out on each other.
Yeah.
He didn't care about he was mad because he felt like he had to be, but he didn't give a shit about that affair.
Right. He's like, I'm so hurt.
Oh my God, how could you do this to me?
Oh no, no, I can divorce you and get half of your shit.
I got the
Ah.
papers in my pocket. Here, stay right there.
Stay right there. Hold on. Here.
Hold on, let me go to my locker. Don't drive off.
I've already signed my portion
Yeah,
for the document.
just sign right there. Put it in the mail. We're good to go. Got a new lease
It's
and
over. It's
everything.
it's done. It's over and done. I'll get an apartment by tomorrow.
One was my pops used to say, one foot in the grave, the other on a banana peel. Like
Yep.
it was on the way out,
Yep.
man. You got anything else for
Yeah.
Act Two?
Um. Yeah. And by the way, banana peels actually are slick. I almost busted my ass in the parking lot on one of those one time. Granted, it
Okay.
was raining. It was raining. I didn't see it, but it is real. I thought it was a joke this whole time. But yeah. So one of my favorite scenes is the family dinner where he's like he just loses his shit and he's like, I'm sick of y'all treating me like I don't mean shit to y'all. And he just throws the plate at the wall. And he's like, by the way, I'm sick of this fucking music.
Um, what would you say this movie is about?
Hmm. I'd say it's about uh one appreciating the small things. I'd say it's also about the insignificance of classism. Well, not okay. I'd say that the consequences of classism, and I'd say it's about um people's desire to be young, like just anti-aging, basically. I think he was quote unquote attracted to his daughter's friend, but he was more so just attracted to the fact that
I was
someone
hoping we weren't bring
younger.
that up again.
I know I couldn't not. I couldn't not. I don't even think it was so much about the girl. It was about what she represented. You know what I mean? It was youth, temptation. It was virality, if you will. It's disgusting, obviously, and predatory, but it wasn't even like remember at the end of the movie. fast forward a little bit, he turns back into a father. That moment turned him back into a father, which he shouldn't have taken that, obviously. But I think it's about people not wanting to age. I think it's about people trying to have it all, and I think it's about people trying so much to have it all that they can't recognize again the beauty around them.
Um, Not wanting to age. That's a good one, man. This is totally off topic, but I was when we were watching the well, we weren't watching them together, but we were watching the Oscars at the same time, and I just was
Yeah.
like, I remember, when all of the Oscar Best Picture nominees were old and stuffy and boring movies that I thought only
Hmm.
old people liked. And I was like,
Yeah.
I like all these movies. It must not be because I'm old and stuffy now. And why does the grocery store play good music now? What's going on? I heard a Nelly song at the grocery store, and I was like, oh no, not my music at the grocery store.
That's crazy. Oh my God. Imagine the day they play like the college dropout at the grocery store, dog. I'd
Yeah,
probably shoot
man.
myself.
Yeah, man. They play music we like at in Target now.
That's
Uh,
unfortunate.
it just it's little reminders that you're getting old, man. It's just like, man, I liked damn near every movie nominated for Best Picture, some more than others, but
Me
I
too. Yeah,
remember
some more than others.
when they were all just like movies I had never seen,
I'd
old,
never heard of.
stuffy,
Yeah.
like which old 90-year-old white man votes for these? And now
Yeah.
I love
Even
them all.
I think was it what year was it where it was like the Moonlight Lala fiasco? Was that 2016?
It
I
was
think it was.
2016. Yeah.
And I remember being like, I've never heard of any of these movies.
Yeah. Now I saw half of them in the theater. Like I didn't
Right.
know they were going to be nominated. I just saw, oh, this looks good. Let me go see
I
Begonia.
thought they looked cool. Right.
Man, you'd have told 22-year-old me that I would go see Begonia like on my own accord, like with just
Yeah.
it just like,
Right.
oh, a movie where about some crazy lady. And then nah, man, just three people acting in a basement for an hour and a half. And I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Man. Act three,
No,
the
that's real
beautiful
shit, man.
end. Multiple character arcs converge on a rainy night as secrets are exposed. Lester finds a moment of true clarity and peace just as the consequences of his environment finally catch up. I have here that this movie is gross. You could tell which scene happened when I wrote that down. Um,
Hmm.
I can't even for 1999, I can't believe no one on set was like, "Hey, we
Hey, um,
this
do
is
we need to
not."
put this in here?
Because 1999 is not 1959. Like they should have known, but
No, 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 no. I don't
just a
understand.
little
Yeah. And again, this is another movie where Kevin Spacey played a creep, like a
art
super duper
imitates
creep.
life.
Yeah, no, it's like we really should have known. This is craziness. It reminds me of like that somebody posted the album cover for that Aaliyah album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number.
Oh, yeah,
And you know who's in the background on the cover.
yeah.
And it's just like, how did y'all let this happen?
Um, that's like I listen to a lot of problematic people. I'm not gonna act like I'm holier than thou.
For sure, for
Marvin
sure.
Gaye's jacket is crazy. James Brown
Yeah,
beat every woman he ever dated.
everybody
Uh,
tried to kill Otis Redding.
right. But the R. Kelly thing for me is like the music is literally about his crimes, and I'm just not gonna
Yeah,
listen to. I can't. Like I literally, it's
you
not
can't.
about you know and no one's gonna know what's in my headphones at home on my Spotify. It's not like
Right.
I'm doing this to be a performance. I literally can't listen to it.
No, yeah, yeah, no, 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 yeah,
It's
for
like
real.
it's
Like it's
gross.
like, right. Like, Chris Brown doesn't make music about abuse.
Right.
Tory
It's
Lanez didn't make
something.
songs about shooting people, well, shooting girls. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's particularly
Who,
pernicious when the song is describing crimes.
yeah,
Especially
it just
crimes.
gives you an icky feeling.
Correct. I'll spare the people the details. Y'all got Google, but the crimes aren't great.
Yeah,
I do
right.
love how the pivoting. I do love how the weird kid next door was actually the only normal person in the movie.
He was the only normal person in this whole movie.
Um, you got the dad across the street looking out the window. Like, so let's just assume he believed everything that was what he thought, right? So
Right,
when the kid was rolling up a blunt for Kevin
right.
Spacey, but the
Yeah,
angle looked like
he was giving fellatio.
correct. As a father, if you
You're
think
just
you're
watching.
minor, you're just watching.
Let's go on to like the fact that it's not like your child within a grown man. Let's just
Yeah.
pretend like that's not the issue here. You're watching it?
One, you're watching
Just
it. Two, you believe that this is your child and a grown man. Um,
yeah.
whole lot weird. Again, the kid was the only normal person in this goddamn movie.
Yeah. And then remember when he was watching the videos back and he saw the video of Kevin Spacey working out in the garage, he just sat and like that. Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I think he
man.
just, I made a pass at Kevin Spacey at the end, right?
Yeah, he made it past him. That's
Okay.
why he killed him.
I was wondering if I read that right.
No, yeah, yeah. So he comes to the garage. I think he thought he was going to try to confront him, or I think that's what the father planned to do. And then he was shaken by his, I guess, revelation about himself. I don't know. And then Spacey's like, "Yo, you good, bro?" Like he gives him a hug. Dude starts like caressing his back, and then he goes in for a kiss. Spacey goes like, "No, oh, sorry, dude, you got the wrong idea." He walks away, and then we know what happens at the end. Well, he blows his brains out at the end.
um, yeah, we can put this one in the archives. I'll never watch this movie again. So much weird shit, man.
It
You,
is. I just wish they had shown the father getting retribution though, like him getting arrested or killing himself or something like that. Because just kill a dude because you mad that you gay is crazy.
well, I mean, well, that. Well, yeah, I was gonna say he thought that that's what happened to his child, but he did clearly didn't care if he made a pass at him afterwards.
Right.
Um, yeah, man, and the fact that, like you said, they didn't even show him like getting arrested or anything because I guess in 1999 that wasn't a bad thing to do to just break out a hate crime. Uh,
Right. Even like the Nazi plate, remember that? Like
yeah. Um, weird movie. Got anything else for Act Three?
oh yeah, so I did want to ask you, so um the wife and her affair, do you think she actually loved him or do you think it was just like the first ounce of excitement and youth she got to feel in however many years?
100% the first ounce of excitement and youth, and probably the first time she's had an orgasm in half a decade. And
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, she's not gonna run off with that man. She just, it's fun, you know.
Yeah,
Forbidden fruit is always sweeter, as the old people used to say.
true. Did you think when she had the gun, did you think she was going to kill herself or kill him?
Herself. Um, I don't really have a logic, but I just had to pick one. So herself.
Mm, yeah.
How about you, Ed?
Um, I got the feeling I think she probably would have killed him. I think she would have rather killed him than kill herself because she was pretty vain. That's really the only reason I feel like that though.
Um, you don't really think have anything else? I guess I'll close it with you said this movie's about getting old. Uh, you are what, 33?
Yeah.
What is the first I'm getting old moment that comes to mind?
Um, hmm. It's a good one. I think just when I see like, oh, I know what it is. I was driving the other day. I was going somewhere, and I saw like a little kid, my neighbor, doors down. Like his dad was helping like with a pitcher and like some water and shit, whatever. And they like were setting up like a lemonade stand on the corner. And I thought to myself, well, one, it's really early in the year to be selling lemonade. It's not summertime. Also, like, dang, kids out here like they're not getting allowance no more.
Uh, just wait till you start hating how fast people drive. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
For me, I realize I've definitely like the last couple of years, I have like a real aversion to unnecessary noise.
Yeah.
Like when Charlie like barks at the mailman and shit, I'd be like, dude, shut up, please. Like,
Yeah, that'll do it, man. You got anything else for Act Three?
um, would you date your? No, I'm kidding.
All right.
No, I'm kidding.
What do you rate it?
I'm gonna give it a because like the plot is it's problematic, but it is a good movie. Um, I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars.
Uh, 2.5 for me. I didn't think the plot was. Oh, I thought it was a bit helter skelter. I don't think, when you
Mhm.
watch movies that are from different perspectives or non-linear or are tying different
Yeah.
worlds together, like the arcs should are they converge, but like I just don't feel like this did a good job of tying all the loose ends. If you like movies like
Okay.
Weapons, which I wasn't crazy about, at least brought everybody together at the end,
Yeah.
and uh Pulp Fiction is kind of the same way. It kind of ties it all together. And
Yeah.
2.5 for me. I just wasn't. This one
Okay.
is not something I'm probably gonna watch again. But
I feel
very
you.
well done, very well acted, decent plot.
Yeah, very
Just
well
don't
acted.
just what some good movies just aren't for me. All right. Thanks for listening. My name is Darius. That's D's I Love Me Area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordy B writing on all socials.
Please rate, like, subscribe. We are at Out the Trunk Pod on all socials. That is Out the Trunk Pod on all socials.
And for any ongoing movie recommendations, feel free to reach out to us via email. That's outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. Again, that's outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's a wrap. Thanks for coming to the movies with us. Come back next week. We're reviewing Crazy Stupid Love.
All right,
Y'all
y'all.